Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are fine, and I also hope that the previous sessions that we have discussed is clear to all of you. Today we will discuss the concept of function overloading. Before that, you see I have written one program. I will read the program and parallelly I will explain also. Public class test, the name of the class is test, and in this class there are three methods. These three are, you see the prototype or the structure, these three are the user defined methods of the third category, where the function or the method accepts the arguments and it returns a value also. You see we are having three methods, sum1, sum2 and sum3. Sum1 accepts two argument of type integer and returns an integer value. Sum2 accepts three arguments and returns an integer value, and sum3 accepts two double value and returns a double value. And inside these are the definitions, like what these methods will do when these are executing. And here is the main method, public static void main. Inside the main method I have created the object of the class test, and also there are three variables declared, r1, r2 and r3. R1 and R2 and R3 will store the value returned by these methods. Then here the methods are called sum1, sum2 and sum3 with the values passed, and finally we are having result in R1, R2 and R3, and we are printing the values of R1, R2 and R3, and the program is closed from this part. The main is closed and the class is also closed. So in this program we are having three user defined method of the third category, and the name of the methods are sum1, sum2 and sum3. Now look at this program. The same program I have written with a slight modification. Here in this program only the sum method is there. Sum and sum. Three methods are there, but all these three methods are having the same name, sum. Like, or what we can say that sum is the name of the method with three different signatures. So in this regard we can say that the sum method is overloaded here, because we are using the same method name for different methods. So these methods are known as overloaded methods. So how many overloaded methods are there in this program? There are three overloaded methods are there in this program, and the whole concept of writing these overloaded methods in a program is known as function overloading. So I repeat, what is function overloading? Function overloading is a concept where we are having different methods with the same method name. Now the question comes, how the compiler will identify which method is to be executed. Right. The answer to this question is, it is based on the number of arguments and the type of arguments. For example, here you look at the board, t.sum, t.sum, t.sum. All these three are the same method name, but you see here the arguments, the number of argument and the type of arguments are different. When this statement will get executed, only two different integer values are there. So obviously it will execute the first method because it accepts two integer value. When this statement will get executed, obviously it will call this method to execute, because we are passing two double values and it is accepting two double values. So this is the way how the compiler will distinguish between the methods, like which method is to be executed when. So this whole concept is known as function overloading. Now what is the advantage of using function overloading? The most important advantage of function overloading is the code readability. We can easily, the code is easily readable. Only the sum function or the sum method is there, and we all know that depending on the number of arguments and the type of arguments, we can easily identify which method will do what. We don't have to put much brain in this, that what will be the definition inside this method, because only one method name is there. So it is very clear, if some two integer variables are there, so it will add two integer values. There are three arguments, so it will add three integer values. Similarly, here two double values are there, so it will add to double values. So it is very easy to read the code. Also, it is one of the way how the polymorphism, how the concept of polymorphism is implemented. Moreover, we don't have to remember many method names. Here the computer will decide which method has to be executed depending on the number and the type of the parameters at the time of function call. So this is all about the function overloading.